right, that was 2 sticks of butter. Next, I'm coming in with my brown sugar, and we're gonna add half a cup of brown sugar packed in there. Woo, perfect. Now we are just gonna keep mixing this up until it gets nice and blended and we get a beautiful caramel-like texture. Oh my goodness, this already smells amazing. All right, it's starting to boil. Now I'm using a whisk to make sure that that butter and that brown sugar really gets blended and melded together. But we wanna let this boil for about 2 to 3 minutes so that we don't have grainy sugar. All right, so I just lined my sheet pan with my saltines. I have my caramel mixture ready to be poured right on top of our saltines. Oh yeah, you can tell that it was just cooked perfectly. I absolutely love making caramel this way. I'm gonna grab my little gingerbread man for some support, and we're just gonna spread our caramel across all of our saltines, making sure it gets from edge to edge. If you love a salty sweet treat, you will absolutely love this. Now I want to note that I did line my sheet pan with foil, and then I also sprayed it with some Pam so that we have no issues with sticking. We want to make sure that we have a super easy festive treat with no trouble of it coming off of the sheet pan. All right, now that that's spread out, we're gonna let it cool. All right, while that's cooling, I'm gonna grab a large bowl, and I have here 1 block of softened cream cheese that we're gonna put right into our bowl. Next, I'm coming in with 4 cups of powdered sugar. Right in there. I know it seems like a lot, but this is gonna go a long way. I'm gonna add a little bit of vanilla, probably 2 teaspoons, which is just 2 capfuls. 1, 2, it's like 1.5 teaspoons, which is gonna be perfect for this. All right, we're gonna give this a nice little mix, get that cream cheese, powdered sugar, and vanilla well blended together. All right, now this is almost fully mixed together. I did switch to a spatula because it was easier to mix it, but now we are gonna add our marshmallow fluff. Yeah, we're gonna use this whole 7-ounce container. I have a little spatula that I greased to get this out easier. That's my little tip for this. And we're gonna get that whole thing in there. This is gonna be so yummy and just add the most perfect kind of festive flavoring to our dessert. Okay, all right, we got all that out. Now it's time to fold that in. And we're gonna get kind of like a buttercream texture with all of these ingredients. It's gonna be absolutely delicious, scrumptious, like a marshmallow buttercream that's gonna pair perfectly with that delicious caramel saltine platter that we have over there. All right, this looks like it's perfectly combined. It's a little tough to stir, but we got it done. So now I have here my toffee that's been chilling while we were mixing. And we're just gonna go ahead and plop our marshmallow cream cheese mixture right on top. Now that we got that all on there, we're just gonna make it a thin layer, trying to keep those saltines where they are, but making sure we cover every single one with our delicious cream cheese marshmallow fluff. Oh, it looks so creamy, so sweet. But we have those salt on the saltines. That's just gonna make it the perfectly balanced dessert. All right, we're just gonna get this nice and spread out. All right, that looks perfect, but we're not done yet. I have my white candy melts that I already melted, and I have a fork in there, I'm mixing it, and then we're just gonna do some drizzle of those candy melts right on top. This is gonna help hold together our bark and make it harden up on top so that we have the perfect consistency. If you don't like white chocolate, you could do a dark chocolate, but you'll kind of see why I chose white chocolate once we finish this up, because the flavors we're going for are just gonna be so perfect for Christmas and everyone will enjoy it, like I've been saying. So let's go ahead and do a nice little drizzle. It doesn't need to be, you know, the prettiest because you can't really see it. See, I'm getting some drippings and I'm not worried about that. I have some red icing. This is just the writing icing because I couldn't find the regular icing. And we're just gonna do a nice little drizzle. It doesn't need to be perfect. This writing icing is kind of tough. So we're just gonna do our best to get a nice decoration on top of this. All right, we're almost done with our icing. Perfect. Now that we have our icing on there, last finishing touch is some sprinkles, because we gotta make sure it looks the part. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look so fun? Oh, cannot wait until these are fully done and we get to dive in. All right, we are gonna pop this in the fridge for 1 to 2 hours and then it's gonna be ready to enjoy. All right, you guys, I actually left this in the fridge closer to 4 hours. So let's go ahead and start peeling this back. Ooh, this is gonna be so good. All right, we don't need this foil anymore. It still is a little soft, so be careful with that topping, but this is gonna be delicious. We're gonna break off a piece. Ooh, look how good that looks. And then we're gonna put this right into our cookie tin with a little bit of parchment paper in there so that we can store it in our fridge beautifully. Isn't that so cute?
Oh, that looks amazing. Wow.
All right, that looks perfect. Now these are my Little Debbie Christmas bark pieces. So I'm gonna go ahead and add one of my Little Debbie cakes right on top so that everyone knows the flavors and the deliciousness of this. And then you have the perfect gift for your neighbor, a teacher, whoever. Look how cute that is. Little Debbie Christmas bark. Now it's time to give it a try. I have a little small piece that I'm gonna snack on.
Is it good?
It actually tastes like a Little Debbie. Oh my gosh, it's so good, you guys. You have to try it.